You just heard Barron confirm the strut bag being stowed at the IEA, or the Integrated Electronics Assembly.
And Kayla, I believe also that means that the tape on the handrail will point toward the mass canister.
Copy that. Working on the necessary rotation now. Got it in a good orientation, so we'll work on getting it cleared.
Yeah, that looks good. And I think 2207 and 2206 should be right in front of you.
Another VRT went to the APFR, which is locked on the with X, and the with X is in by VRT with the gate closed.
Okay, copy that, Roger. And now you're going to translate to the starboard Sarge. And you're going to also, near Kayla's green hook, you're going to drop your green hook just zenith of hers on handrail 3061.
Copy, 3061.
And we currently see Raja.
We'll have the corner adjustables down. I'll work on the other one.
Copy, adjustable on one corner.
We currently have views as Rajachari translates back to the worksite after retrieving APFR, or the articulating portable foot restraint.
Now that the bag is independently.
Copy.
Okay, well, I can see my tether on top of yours is planned, so that looks good so far out to the Sarge at least.
Yeah.
And Roger, I see you're approaching the Sarge there, just zenith of Kayla's hand green hook. You're looking for 3061. 3061.
Tally 3061. That's not my green hook here. It work.
I've got two corners down, and what I'm going to do is open the lid and then probably tie back with one of the lid adjustables.
Okay, copy. Nice work, Kayla. If you also could, when you have a free hand, check your HECA on.
Okay. Got a green HECA light.
Copy. Thank you for the HECA light. And Roger, just confirm your gauntlets are in place after your green hook. You're going to translate to the 3 Alpha IEA as well on the radiator side, station aft.
Copy, my gauntlets are down. I'm just getting ready to go across the Sarge.
We've got a great camera view of both of you, and Roger, you're just going to head over over the Zenith side of the IEA station aft.
GoPro's on.
I think my tether just caught underneath there.
All right, I'm happy with the bag for now. I think I'll maybe tighten actually the outboard strap real quick, and then the mounting bracket has very kindly presented itself.
Yeah, it's ready to get to work, huh? Okay, nice job with the bag, and also I have a reminder here that you can turn on and stow the GoPro, and just let us know where you place it.
It's on, and I'm just going to leave it tethered to the bag.
Copy. Thank you.
And I think I'm going to take a second to put down my BRT, get a little more stability here. Get that mounting bracket back over here.
Okay, and I've got my eyes on WIF 26, which is my destination.
Affirm, yes. And when you get to WIF 26, you want to install the WIF-X, and you will clock it to 6. I'll remind you again when you get there and give you the rest of the settings when you're ready.
I've got the mounting bracket, and I'm going to start going for the upper right strut.
Okay, so before you start on that, we would like a glove, hat, and gauntlet check, and then we'll get into the upper triangle.
Okay, that's in work. I'll check my gloves now.
If you're just joining us, we're bringing you live coverage today of the 247th spacewalk in support of International Space Station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. NASA astronauts Kayla Barron and Raja Chari have begun a spacewalk to assemble and install brackets and strut kits for an upcoming solar array upgrades.
In place. All right, so yes, we are going to start on the upper triangle build, and you said you have the mounting bracket, and yep, it's going to be the right upper strut from bag straps 1 and 2. Those are in the upper left corner, as you're seeing them.
The duo exited the airlock this morning, starting the EVA at 7:12 a.m. Central Time, 8:12 a.m. Eastern Time, and now have translated to the starboard truss to the S4 worksite. Marion and Tari are now taking struts and brackets out of their stowage space and will begin the build out for the mount. The main focus will be on the installation of a 3A modification kit, but then they will then go to the S6 truss to tie back multi-layer insulation for spare battery charge-discharge units.
Pitch knob is popped out. Bear's working on 5 for the WIF-X extension.
Copy, 6 Golf 5. Those are your settings, and thanks for the pull twist test.
This is the 4th set of brackets, first one on the starboard side of the vehicle. A modification kit is the support structure needed for future IROSA or ISS rollout solar array upgrades.
Bracket right side, and that's the one to remember. You have that strut tab that needs to go under the mounting bracket guide. The pieces should be flush together.
You'll hear some acronyms today. I'm sure you've heard BRT.
Before I I do the Golf 5, I'm thinking maybe I'll set up the APFR settings just so it's easier to reach it.
Okay, copy that. Settings 12, Tango Tango, Fox 12.
12 is set.
I got M13 and 14 hand started.
Okay, copy. M13 and 14.
4 turns.
We're looking for 4 turns, and I've got PGT settings. Actually, you've already hand started them, so next you're going to retrieve the left upper strut from the bag, and that's the one on the right side, straps 3 and 4.
You'll hear acronyms today, just like spoken previously. Rajachari mentioned his APFR, or articulating portable foot restraint, that will help him during the assembly today. The crew is at the proper work site and are starting the 3A upper bracket build.
And Raja and Kayla, I've got a warning for you here just about the strut builds. The misaligned or fractured pit pin spring may present a sharp edge. Inspect pit pins before actuating, please.
Copy.
Okay, Kayla, and you're going to install the left upper strut L2 to the center pad L2. And then I've got PGT settings when you're ready.
Sure, I'm going to try to hand start M17.
Okay, copy. Just let us know how many turns.
The APFR is 12, Tango Tango, Fox 12. I have not done the WIFX extension yet. I'm going to get my BRT right off there first, untangle with my safety tether, then I'll work on the WIFX extension.
Okay, copy that. And for the APFR, please verify that pitch knob has popped out.
It did pop out. Yep, good news.
Good news.
Took a little bit of coercing.
Okay, copy.
I'm hand started 1 turn on M17.
Copy 1 turn M17. PGT settings are Bravo 1, clockwise 2.
Sure.
You'll hear the duo today talk about their PGT, or their pistol grip tool. They'll use that to bolt and unbolt things today.
Bravo 7, clockwise 2 set.
And Kayla, that's Bravo 1, Uno, Bravo 1, clockwise 2.
Oh. Much better. Bravo 1, clockwise 2 set.
That is a good readback. You are going to drive M17 to torque for a total of 7 to 9 turns. So we're looking for 6 to 8 more turns.
Via Kayla's Barron's helmet cam.
I have 10 additional turns, black line flush, green light, 11.9 for torque.
Copy, 11.9 on the torque. 10 additional for 11 total turns, and the black line is flush. That is a good bolt to M17. Okay, now I know we just drove the bolt on the left upper strut, but once your PGT is put away, you can release the ret from the right strut. The ret from the right strut.
Understand. That's going to work.
And Kayla, if you can see my, I think it just spun up above my helmet. I'm trying to come down a little bit and clear it while I was rotating around the width here.
I see it. It's kind of caught behind your L head. Oh, there you go. That's clear. Just let it retract. It should tighten back up. And I
EV1, EV2.
Removing the ret from the upper right strut.
That is a good readback. And once that is off, you can install the center pad MLI and pip pin.
Installed, working on MOI.
All right, WIFX and APFR are installed to the 5, and you know where you're at, Kayla, in terms of coming over there to help you.
Actually, nice job on the APFR and WIFX. Raja, we need you to pause. Just give your MEDOX a second, so just stand by and pause EV2. And EV1, will you repeat your last call, please?
Pins in place, MLI's in place, and I will move on to M1516.
Okay, now we're going to assemble the left upper strut to the mounting bracket. And so we want to install the left upper strut L8 to the mounting bracket left side. And again, make sure that same slide tab is under the mounting bracket guide.
We are currently in between satellites, but we should have signal back to the EVA shortly.
And Kayla, I have PGT settings for you when you're ready.
I've got 4 turns by hand on M15, and I'm going to see if I can get M16 and engage 1 turn, and then I'll go for my PG.
Copy, 4 turns by hand on M15 in working M16 now.
I've got 1 turn by hand on M16, and I'm just going to reposition the triangle a little bit, and then I'll grab my PG.
Copy, 1 turn by hand on M16. Standing by with PGT settings. Okay, your PGT settings are Bravo 3, clock 2. And we're going to drive M16 first.
Bravo 3, clockwise 2 set.
And starting with M16, you're going to drive 16 and 15 to torque. You have a go.
Turn.
And M16 should be about 25 total turns, so 24-ish more. And Raja, how's your HAP doing?
That's right.
Copy, dry HAP, thank you.
All right, I got a red light, low torque, 21.24 turn, and that matched my count of 22 turns. Figured I should try it again.
Okay, stand by. Copy, red light, low torque. And yes, with Bravo 3, clock 2, you have a go to hit it again. And copy 22 more turns for a total of 23.
I hit it again, green light, 18.2 for torque, and I got maybe an eighth of a turn out of that additional hit.
Copy, green light, 18.2 on the torque, and an eighth of a turn for 23 and an eighth. And how's the black line doing?
Line is flush.
Copy, black line is flush. You can move on to M15, looking for about 21 more turns, drive that one to torque.
Currently seeing views of Kayla Baring using that pistol grip tool. They'll be using it throughout today's spacewalk, and that is essentially a space drill that is used to help secure and release bolts during the spacewalk.
And then we can move over to help Kayla out, building the triangle.
Gloves look good. And gauntlets are down. Copy, I'll start heading Kayla's way.
And, yeah, I guess we still have 2 bolts to drive.
And Roger,
Getting pretty close, though.
Actually, yeah, you can stand.
And I got another low.
I'll stay here. I can start getting the APFR if you want.
Yeah, you can stay there and start working on ingress in the APFR. And Kayla, you stand by. You can go ahead hit it again.
Red light, low torque, and that was okay. Okay, now I got a green light, 18.3 on the torque, and that was 0 additional turns.
And can we get the initial turn count and the black line?
Black line flush. Yeah, I hand started at 4 turns, and then we got 20 additional turns for a total of 24.
Copy, 20 additional for a total of 24. Green light, black line flush on M15. Okay, Kayla, you can release your ret from the left strut. You can release the ret from the left strut. All right, you can install the mounting bracket.
Get back to M1314.
You can install the mounting bracket MLI.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Mounting bracket MLI.
Okay, roger that.
Now 1 hour into today's spacewalk, recapping some of the milestones. The spacewalk began at 7:12 a.m. Central Time, 8:12 Eastern, when suits were switched on to internal power. Barron and Chari have now arrived at their workstation and have begun the upper 3A bracket build-out.
Okay, I think I'm in the APSR. Feels like there's something behind my left leg, though. I'll give you a chance.
Your safety cover is between your legs.
That's what it is. Okay. It'll be a factor for up here when I come back, so I can fix it.
I agree. All right, I've got the MLI on the left side. Mounting bracket.
Copy that. Now we're going to go and torque the right upper strut to the mounting bracket. And I've got some PGT settings for M14 and 13 when you're ready.
For settings.
All right, you're looking for Bravo 3, clock 2. And you're going to drive M13 and 14 to torque in any order.
Green light, 18.4. Black line is flush, and that was 2-1 turn additional.
All right, on which bolt?
13.
M13, 18.4, 21 additional for 25 turns. Green light, black line flush. You have a go for 14. And Raja, while you're up there, no sudden moves on the mass canister or the mod kit. Move slowly on the BGA. And maximum lateral loads are not a whole lot, so be gentle up there. Avoid cyclic loading. And do not impart forces into the mod kit struts when not fully installed. I'll give you guys a call when it's fully installed. And battery and adapter plate cables on the IEA are potential snag hazards.
Green line, right, black line flush, 18.4, 0 turns additional.
And I believe I copied 20 additional turns for 24 total green light and a black line that's flush. Hey, that's a good M13 and 14. Please verify, after you put your PGT away, verify the center pad MLI and pit pin.
Center pad MLI and pit pin look good, and the MLI on the mounting bracket side is in work.
Stand by on the other MLI.
Okay, stand by.
Yeah, just the center pad MLI and pit pin. And then you're going to move the long PGT. So once you've verified those.
Center pad MLI and pit pin look good, and understand need to grab the long PGT.
Okay, Kayla, actually you have a go.
We're kind of on edge making that call whether to come over.
That's a nice start.
There you go, headache.
I was going to say, you can do that MLI now if you want to, or you can just leave it for Raja to do. So your choice, and then we're going to move the long PGT, the one with the 7/16 6-inch wobble.
For Raja.
Yeah, concur.
After that, I'll leave it for Raja because it should be a little bit easier for him. And I'm working on the PGT now.
Okay, yep, you're going to move the long PGT from the strut bag to the right upper strut handrail, stanchion nearest the center pad. And there is a ret and adjustable in the bag that you can use. All right, Roger, don't worry. We're getting to you soon.
No worries. One thing I did notice, I've got the ingress aid pulled back, but I can't actually push it down as I can't reach the knob to unlock it to get it to go down.
Okay, copy that. If you do want to compress it even just a couple inches, sometimes you can, as you twist.
Pull it back, though.
Copy, pull back. Try twisting the handle a little bit, kind of yaw it. As you push down, that might collapse it an inch or two.
I have to keep trying that, but not get much motion out of it.
Okay,
if I didn't have the mass caster here, I could bend over and do it, but I can't bend over without my helmet hitting the mass caster.
Okay,
right,
roger
the long
that. And
PGT is in place.
okay, copy that, Kayla. And Raja, it's just a reminder that ingress aid, we're tucking it because we've seen it knock that BRT tab loose and dislodge BRT. So just be aware of that. All right, so we're going to set up to hand off the upper triangle so that we can install to the mass canister. Let's see. So now, Kayla, we're going to transfer the upper triangle with the PGT to EV2, and you can leave them on the bag. It's a ret in series.
So let me know when you got visibility on the triangle.
I can see part of it, but can't quite reach it yet.
I'm going to work on rotating it around a bit. Give you the right side first.
Just over 1 hour and 7 minutes into today's spacewalk, Baron and Chari are currently focusing on the build-out of the 3A bracket for the solar array modification kit. The new solar arrays, which are set to be delivered to the space station on upcoming commercial resupply service missions, are a larger version of the rollout solar arrays, or ROSA technology, and will ultimately increase the station's total available power from 160 kilowatts up to 215 kilowatts. We do have a special guest with us today on the line. Jeremiah McNatt is a photovoltaic technology lead. Hi, Jeremiah.
Hi, Shaniqua.
Pointing up. And so remember how this mechanism works. You're going to engage the left side first.
Thank you for having me on
It's up and
today.
down to engage it. If it doesn't slide all the way in, it's up and down a little bit till they're engaged, and then you're going to pivot it to the right to engage the soft dock.
Jeremiah, can you please explain to us what a photovoltaic technology lead is?
Certainly. I'm the photovoltaic technology lead at NASA Glenn Research Center, where we do a lot of research and development efforts for new photovoltaic devices through arrays.
Actually,
and
Caleb,
my role as the tech lead is to oversee all of the projects that we have that we're working on, look for new ideas and new concepts to start to pursue in the future, and then support flight missions such as what's happening with the iROSA arrays and with Gateway and Artemis to photovoltaic systems on the lunar surface.
That is amazing. And you did mention just now the iROSA solar arrays. Why are they important technology for us right now?
ROSA and the iROSA arrays are super important. As you said at the beginning, they're going to add more power to the space station. The ROSA arrays were developed over the past 10 years or so, and we've seen in the past couple years a demonstration on space station, and they were just used on the DART mission. And the benefits of ROSA is that you can store a lot more solar array in a much smaller package. So the arrays that are being deployed with iROSA are about 20 kilowatts each, and they're stowed in one very small, compact rolled tube that can then be put into different commercial resupply vehicles. So a much easier way to get a lot of power up into space. We're going to continue that when we use them on Gateway on the power and propulsion element, and also maybe on the lunar surface.
Okay, copy, Roger. Good job on getting that soft dock. I've got some PGT settings for you when you're ready.
That's awesome, Jeremiah. And I know you mentioned the Gateway. Can you explain a little bit about Gateway and how the technology that you guys are looking at now will help for future exploration in deep space?
Certainly. So I'll first talk a little bit about iROSA to Gateway.
Okay, and then it's going to be...
The iROSA arrays are around 20 kilowatt each. The arrays that are going to be on Gateway on the power and propulsion element are 30 kilowatts each. So a little bit larger, about 50% larger in size. And what's really unique and what's different between what's happening on Space Station and what's going to happen on Gateway is that when the power and propulsion element of Gateway is launched, those arrays will open autonomously. They'll open on their own. Currently, what people are seeing right now on Space Station is an adapter bracket is being installed, an installation bracket, and then later on, when those iROSA arrays make it up to Space Station, they will be deployed with support of the astronauts. For Gateway, they'll be deployed on their own and will provide power throughout that mission. The power and propulsion element is just one of the different components of Gateway. There's also going to be other modules that will attach to it. And while that's orbiting the moon, it's going to be a great stopping point and a stepping off point for astronauts to go to the lunar surface, to continue to do research on the moon, and then also eventually be able to be used to let us go further out, to go to Mars, and to continue to explore the solar system.
And that's amazing. Thank you, Jeremiah, for your time this morning. That's Jeremiah McNett, the photovoltaic technology lead, going over some of the great work that these modification and iROSA solar arrays will help do on the International Space Station and our future with the Gateway. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Thank you. 2 turns each,
Thank you.
5 through 8. And with the same PGT settings and 2 turns on all 4 bolts, now we can drive M5 through 8 to torque a minimum of 3 additional turns.
Buddy, driving all 3 of torque, that's 3 additional turns. With M5.
And an update, the crew is complete with the 3A upper bracket build task and are beginning the installation of the center pad to the mass canister.
But you guys are already getting some interesting lighting conditions up there. Just do what you got to do.
M5, 4.7 additional turns, good green lights, and 3.1.
Copy. Was that 4.7 additional turns, green light on M5?
5.3 turns on M8, good green light, 3.6.
Copy, 5.3 additional turns for 7.3 total green light on M8.
M6, 5.3 turns, good green light, 3.8.
M6, 5.3 green light.
And M7, 5.1 turns, green light, 3.7.
Copy, 5.1 additional for 7.1 total on M7 with a green light. That's a good M5 through 8. Okay, Roger. Now you're going to transfer the long PGT with the RET and adjustable combo from the upper triangle to Kayla.
So I'm getting in position for that, Roger.
And Kayla, you're going to stow that on your swing arm.
Yeah. Once you get control of it, I'll take the other side of the RET off. It's above your head. Trying to put the socket down in front of you.
I got it.
All right. Once you have a RET out, let me know and I'll let go of this one.
I'm back. I've got a mini workstation right on it.
Okay. Coming back.
Okay.
It's back at the PGT.
Okay. Wound around the mounting bracket, right? So I'm just going to work on undoing that.
Roger that, Kayla. Take your time, and that's going on your swing arm. And Roger, you're going to release the mounting bracket RET when you're ready.
And on my swing arm here.
Mounting bracket RET's coming back to the bag.
All right, Roger, and we're a minute 45 seconds to handover. If you can verify the grounding pip pins, there should be 2 are installed into the grounding block, and the MLI for the left and right upper strut is closed. And I believe we left that left upper strut MLI for you to do.
I'm working on that right now. Both grounding pip pins are installed, and I'm just tightening the MLI now. MLI is closed. I think I'm good to get out of the APFR. Is that correct?
In just a second, yes. Verify the upper triangle is not rotated up.
If not, it is down towards my waist.
Copy. And then once you're both able, we'll take glove, hap, and gauntlet checks from you, and then you can egress the APFR and adjust 25 seconds to a handover, and I'll catch you on the other side.
When I do this APFR egress panel, I may need your
And EV1, EV2, Houston's back with you.
I got gloves. Same as baseline with the exception of there's some new smudging. It looks like maybe some of the labels on the struts are kind of rubbing off onto my gloves. I can see some mirror image letters on my fingers, but everything else looks good. My hat is dry, and my gauntlets are down.
Copy, dry hat, good gauntlets. And for EV1's gloves, you've got some smudging. You believe it's ink from the strut labels.
Good copy.
And for EV2, you've got a dry hat, gauntlets are down, and some smudges on my right pinky, ring finger, and index finger, and left ring finger, just some like smudge marks.
Copy, dry hat, good gauntlets, and smudges on the right pinky, index, and ring finger, and left ring finger.
With that, I'm going to egress the APFR if you're ready, guys.
You have a go to egress. And I've got...
I got eyes on your grinder. And be mindful of your safety tethers between your legs, so you may want to...
That's why I'm...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can see it in the camera view, too. And so you may want to point your feet back toward your fair lead on the corner of the IEA and try to work it back between your legs into the front.
Your heel outboard. I'll kick it back. Yep. There you go. Inboard. Yep. Now it's back in front.
Thanks.
And it's kind of crossing over the right side of your body.
Now 1 hour and 22 minutes into today's spacewalk, recapping some of the milestones today.
I didn't know if I think normally you would have wanted the tether off your right side.
Yep. Let's go off my left.
So far today, the crew has gotten to their work site, completed a 3A upper bracket build-out, and now has begun the installation of the center pad to the mass canister. They're currently doing a hap and glove check.
There you go. Off to your right now.
Thanks. That should be good now. Got to go into 12 Papa Hotel 12 on APFR and Franklin with X.
Yep.
Good APFR settings.
Upper left strut. Or correction, mid left strut.
And confirm, Roger, you said adjusting the WIFX extension to 1.
Correct.
Copy. And then, hey, before you get back in the APFR, if you want to run a fair lead down to that outboard aft corner of the IEA, that's off to your right. That may also help keep your tether in a good config.
Yeah, let me do that while I'm down there doing the APFR or the WIFX.
Perfect.
Good idea.
And then last one, and I'll remind you before you get back in, if you want to loosen the friction on the ingress aid a little bit, that might help you tuck it away. And copy, Kayla, I heard you say you're grabbing that left mid-strut, straps 12 and 13, bottom right side of the bag.
ready to go.
Copy. And so just something for you guys to think over. He can ingress, and then you can pass it, or you can pass it to him, and then he ingress the APFR. Over to you guys. You are going to do a ret swap on that one to Raj's BRT.
We plan on the ingress. Over.
Copy. You said ingress before the handoff?
Yeah.
Currently in an orbital nighttime, we see Chari and Baron using their helmet lights to fully install brackets. Excuse me, we see Baron and Chari as they install the 3A center pad to the mass canister. The crew has completed the center pad install, and they are now moving on to the installation of the left struts.
We came up again, so when I'm done setting this, I'm going to go back and maybe put an adjustable down there.
Roger that.
We copy. Yeah, I see you loosening the friction on the ingress aid. Yeah, just enough so that you can push it down and it'll stay where you leave it.
We got 12, Papa, Hotel 12. The lift X is back down to 1.
Copy. Those are good settings, and confirm the pitch knobs popped out.
They pop out, yep. I'm going to go work on trying to put this tether somewhere so it can keep snagging on me.
Roger, you may want to give your waist tether a tug just to get it a little higher. You reel. There you go. I wanted to get caught behind you again.
Thanks. I popped off this handrail, so it's behind my legs, though.
It's crossing your body over your left knee right now. There you go. You should see it now coming around.
Tally, thanks. Time to pause here. I can go ahead and put an adjustable down with this fairly.
If you like it, I love it.
Place.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kayla.
No problem. Worth the time.
Yep, take your time, Roger, and then if you could let us know the handrail that you put the adjustable on, or where you put it.
That's inboard recessed one.
The one just after.
42.
Say again, Roger.
242.
Is that 2242?
I think it's the place that. Yep, yeah, it was the original one we were going to set. It's just I put an adjustable there instead of wrapping it around.
Copy, yep, an adjustable on 2242.
Eyes on you for the thin grass grinder.
Okay.
That roll pedal.
Thank you.
Reels. Yeah, there you go.
Around here. I think the roll changed on me, did it? Oh.
Might be pushing the yaw pedal right now. There, it looks square again.
Yeah, it's all okay. Yep. Want to make sure.
Move. Watch that yaw pedal.
Unfortunately, I made this ingress too loose now.
Yeah, Roger, and if you got to leave it rigid, that's fine. We'll just keep an eye on that BRT.
Well, it definitely gave you a hard time bending over before, so I don't want to damp that since this time I have to bend over for those bolts down the line.
Yep. And then just a reminder, Roger, not to use the mod kit for the APFR ingress or egress. Gotta say it.
No, understood. That's why it's taking me. Trying to avoid touching that triangle. Let me tighten it a little bit more here. Wait up, I can still move it. I think I'm in on the right.
No? Right heel doesn't look locked into me. Be in too deep. Maybe if it feels good, I have kind of a weird angle.
First station. The left is in. Nope, you're right. The right's not quite in.
I don't think your left is in either. I think you have your toes in too deep.
Okay.
So you need to back the one you're going to actuate out before you rotate inboard. You try wedge in one toe and then work in the other heel, and then circle back for the first one.
Okay.
If you're working your left, you might be in a little too deep, so back your toe out a little bit. You working your left foot right now?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, you're in too deep, so I would start again with your heel out and up. Okay, now there you go. Now rotate inboard. Further, till it drops down. Almost there. Rotate further inboard. And you might need to back your toe out. Now rotate in. Not quite.
Almost like my toe got wedged in there.
There you go. That's the roll pedal.